Hi, my name is Jonathan Emmitt, and I'm applying for the Journey Fellowship Student Ministry position. First of all, I want to thank you so much for taking time to watch this video and all the time spent on my application and information, the whole process. So thank you. Just to shed a little bit of light on myself and kind of my story and how I got here, I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. My dad has been a pastor all my life, so I've kind of seen the ins and outs of ministry all my life. And I've never felt it was my calling through high school, college. I always felt it was good for Dad, it was good for my brother, and good for all the people in my family, but I never really had the calling. I loved the ministry and I respected it, but I felt that my calling was to be in the investment world. And so after graduating, just to sum it all up, I got a job in San Antonio for a company called Sendero Wealth Management. Great company, and I really liked what I did. I liked my job, I liked my coworkers, the company, and I really liked the paycheck, but it was just something inside me in my heart that I felt that there was something more that I needed to do. It's kind of I wasn't fully being fulfilled, if you will. And so my wife Victoria and I really prayed about it and sought counsel and advice and just really thought we should volunteer more at our church and kind of take on a bigger role. And so my wife and I started leading a small group, about 15 freshman high schoolers, Johnson high schoolers in San Antonio. Every Monday night we'd meet, and my wife and I would go to their games, their practices, and it was just a good time. And I got to the point where I was more excited, enthusiastic about doing that than I was throughout the week at my job. So after much prayer and time and seeking the Lord, my wife and I really felt that maybe the ministry is something that I should do, and it was a real calling from God because I'm in this investment world, my dream and my passion, and I'm not being fulfilled, and I'm getting more fulfilled doing the student ministry. So long story short, we prayed about it, and a door opened here in South Carolina to Brookwood Church. It's a great church. It's in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and I'm the high school associate, which is the fancy term for an internship or the apprenticeship that I'm doing under Jared Patrick. And it's been nothing but great. I've learned a lot. We've done a big switch kind of like the past couple months, and so I've got to see how to recruit leaders. I got to see kind of how to kind of hype it up, amp it up, and really make something that isn't working that great into something that's been working wonderful. And we've seen great things. So that's just kind of a little short snippet of my story because I got to keep this under 5 minutes. But so that's that part. The second part is kind of my vision for student ministry. After all my life seeing kind of in the ministry, and especially this past 6 months, I really, my vision is to inspire and equip high school students and middle school students to love both God and people through large groups, through large group worship, through small group relationships, and through a servant environment. So I think there's such a great balance there. It's to inspire and equip. I think so many churches are great at the inspiration part, and some churches are really great at the equipping part. But there's need to be a balance. We need to inspire so we can reach the unchurched, and that we create environments that our students feel confident, our core students feel confident in inviting all their friends, their unchurched, the other church. So we create a program and a thing throughout the week where it's kind of a buzz, it's a high energy. So we need to create something like that which will inspire with good music, through fun activities and games and food and all the fun things that go along with student ministry. So we need to have the inspiration part, but it's also so important to have the equipping part. And that part I really feel is through not just the teaching, that's the whole core and the foundation of what I believe is the vision, but we can't stray from the scriptures and what they say. We have to talk about the fun things and the not so fun things, but we need to teach the Word of God and the life of Jesus and how He did ministry, taught ministry, and lived ministry. So that is the foundation. But to really equip the students, I feel small groups is a really passion of my heart. And so in order to kind of get the inspiration and equipping, it's really important to recruit great leaders in our community, volunteers, adults that will give time and their energy to pour into the students. Because as y'all know, I can't do it, y'all can't do it, the staff can't be the hands and feet. It's really our leaders and our students to be the hands and feet. And in order for them to be the hands and feet, we need to create a great environment where they feel confident and where they can invite their friends. So really my vision is to create inspiration and equip them. And so through that, we want to have a serving environment. So, we're bringing in the lost, we're reaching the lost, but we have a great teaching and through small groups where they get plugged in so they become, consumers and relators to disciples. So they're saved and they're growing, and we equip them to move forward in their ministry, to move forward in their faith. So that is my heart and that's my passion, but ultimately so we can get together as a church body and serve. Go into communities, go around San Antonio, go around mission trips around the world, but we need to be the hands and feet of Jesus. We're not meant, in my opinion, we're not called to be behind desks and pulpits all the time. We're supposed to be out in the community. So my whole passion is to inspire and equip students to love both God and people through large group worship, through small group relationships, and through serving environments. So that's kind of my envision, and that's my passion. Jonathan Emmitt, and I'm again applying for the student ministry position at Journey Fellowship. Thank you, and God bless.